This is going to be such an easy one. The Girlfriend is Rashmika Mandana's latest movie, and unfortunately it has a story that a lot of women are familiar with. A regular sweet girl gets a toxic ass narc of a boyfriend, and what do you think happens next? I wasn't very keen on watching this movie because I just watched another Rashmika movie where she was a vampire, Thama, and this seemed like an overdose. Also, I was under the impression that this was a romance, and romance movies in general are very slow. But this turned out to be a psychological thriller of sorts with one of the best feel-good endings. The story takes place in a university campus where a naive-ish girl, Bhuma, is made to fall in love with a stud kind of a guy. This guy calls all the shots from the very beginning. He decides to save her when she gets into a minor scooty accident where things are already under control. He decides when to kiss her, when to declare her his girlfriend. She just plays along. Other time she's like, what's happening, but okay. And the other half, she's just too scared to question the flow of things because of a lack of confidence. At this point, I was still not very sure what was so special about this movie. Because isn't this exactly how most commercial movies show their heroes to be? While the girl swoons over his audacity and decision-making skills, the twist is that the story sticks to reality. That a guy who takes over his girlfriend's life takes over his girlfriend's life. And there's nothing cute about it. So if you know more than 10 people or spend maybe over 1 hour on social media every day, you must be familiar with the malignant narcissist archetype. You don't want to know how I spelled narcissist. Narcissist. So Vikram's character is something you know inside out. So it doesn't surprise you when he isolates her, downplays her accomplishments, questions her worth, but also at the same time love bombs her enough so that she ignores her own discomfort with being controlled like that. The whole thing is a psychological mess. Bhuma is not at all head over heels in love with this guy, but somehow ends up mothering him. She literally cleans his room, jharu lagaos, feeds him food with her hand, and all the while I'm not even questioning why she's doing that, because my Instagram has prepped me well for this content. There's a reason why she's okay with being treated like a doormat. Predictably, she spent her childhood neglected and raised by a single father who is just another shade of her husband's boyfriend's personality type, which is the self-centered, overbearing parent. At a certain point in the movie, the lack of agency she has over her own life is portrayed so pitiably when these two men, her father and her boyfriend, are fighting over who gets to decide what she does with her own life. Predictably, Loverboy gets crazy when things don't go his way and makes destroying her life his sole purpose. And this part is not what is meant to surprise you. Ye to given hai, it's how these people are. The surprise lies in the part which we very rarely get to see in real life. The girl recognizing the danger of her situation and deciding to get out of it before it's too late. Imagine there is a scale that shows the extremes of the kind of women we see in such stories. Bhuma would be right at the center of it. On one extreme would be the Durga kind, who would never even fall for such bullshit. And on the other extreme would be Vikram's mother, who has been walked over so much that she's lost her voice. She literally cannot speak to people because she's so self-conscious. There's a scene where Bhuma sees herself turning into a reflection of Vikram's mother, which is straight out of a horror movie. Rashmika, aapne mujhe dara diya. What was that freaky eye movement? There are a few things I loved about the movie, starting with how it shows friendship between women to be a place where you can heal and find your strength, how it topples the hot girl is a bitch trope, and how it places the professor as a contrast to the misplaced machismo of the boyfriend and the father. The guy also had a friend who was kind of sensible, but then he gets a hot plate of Maggie thrown at his face. There are also some scenes that so accurately depict what it feels like physically to be in such a situation. So there is one where the walls close in on her in a bathroom, how she always sleeps in a fetal position to feel safe even when there is no palpable danger around. There is another detail which has been captured where a person picks on their skin when faced with a confrontation. So good work there. There's something about a dupatta also which I feel shows her need to always keep herself hidden from the world. आप उसको मर्यादा वगैरह भी सोच सकते हो because that's the father's point of view. I feel the girlfriend will not be a box office hit because it is sensible and subtle. Rashmika must have enjoyed not doing those acrobatic dance for a change. Remember those Pushpa PT sessions? Speaking of Pushpa, she was also in Animal, right? And this movie is such a contrast to those two. And I'm so glad her role is more than just an ornamental one as it was in these other two movies because she's so convincing as a soft spoken student who could be taken on for a ride by someone with a stronger personality. Dikshit Shetty, on the other hand, is also very good as a person with that stronger personality who would take someone for a ride. Rohini was outright scary, and Rao Ramesh sir was a heartbreaking reminder of what patriarchy expects parenthood to be like. Sad. Do I recommend you to watch this movie? Yes, I do. Especially if you are a young woman who is sort of getting impressed by some college stunt guy. And I'm so curious to know how these alpha males will react to the movie. You know, the type who post the last generation of innocent mother memes. I'm sure they're already in the comments somewhere crying about culture and feminism. Hi, I'm Jessica. I watch movies and I talk about movies. Please subscribe to my channel.